This is how we get down. What's good, everybody? Welcome into what day is it? Oh, it is Tuesday, January 27th, 2026. I am the coach. This is Coach and Company. We are live every single weekday. Thank you so much. We are preempted all week long on the Stadium Network, but nothing changes for us. We're still live on YouTube and on social media. If you're watching on YouTube and you come in, hit that like button for us. It really, really helps the brand grow. Now, we are so busy despite the fact that the football season is almost over. That never stops as well. And I told you yesterday that if we have 4 straight winning days here at the brand, that I will give away 5 pieces of merch on Friday. We're looking to launch our new merch store, the new merch items, no later than Tuesday, February 10th. And there's a reason for that date that I'll get into in the next few days. But as you saw, 7-3 yesterday. Solid from everybody on the crew. So today will be day number 2. Now, our schedule, super busy. In addition to the morning show, we've got the podcast right around 11:15 a.m. Eastern time. Then every weekday, 2 o'clock on SiriusXM, Pro Wrestling Nation 24/7. It's Off the Ropes with your boy, coming off a big Monday Night Raw last night. It's go home week to the Royal Rumble on Saturday. And then, of course, Coach and Bro on demand yesterday. You want to check that out on our BTT YouTube page. All right, news of the day. Number 1, Arizona. They stay unbeaten. 21-0. Great game last night. 86-83. Barely just one over. We would have been 8-2. We had that team total under, I think 82.5, and they scored 83. Bad beat. But Arizona, they continue to be absolutely outstanding in the Big 12. And Alabama center Charles Bediakios, I think is how you say it. He's had his TRO. Remember, he's the kid who went to the G League and then said, hey, I want to go back to college. Now he's got to stay, and who knows if he's going to be around for March Madness, but he's around for right now. So he's going to get another 10 days as they extend it because of weather issues down in Alabama. All right. I've got a great team today. I've got the young, see, and they're impatient too. I'm fired up. We got front page news. We start our Super Bowl props, a ton of fun. And we also have a couple of topics coming out of the NBA. But without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, it's time. Let's beat the books. All right, we are going 5 wide on a Tuesday, and I got to start bottom right because this man has been burning the midnight oil. Say good morning to our numbers guy for a reason, Rafael Esparza. Good morning, Rafael.
Good morning, Coach. Good morning, family. I apologize for getting that 1X yesterday. Thank you for BYU to hit that last-minute shot to have 83. I had 82.5 under total points yesterday, so I apologize for everyone on that.
That's okay. I didn't listen to the entire team. When they told me don't bet Golden State, they lost by 30. So there you go. So me and you are both at fault. Next, let's go upstairs. He's got the best damn beard in the game, and he is also very busy in the next 2 weeks leading up to the Super Bowl over there at Prize Picks. Soupy, good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, we had our meeting yesterday for Prize Picks on the stuff we're going to do for the Super Bowl, and it is a mile long. We're going to be busy for the next 2 weeks.
Oh, wait a second. You just said you're going to be – Rafael, what is your response to that?
I'm sure he'll have some sleep and maybe play with the baby. I have 3,000 things to do.
So you're going to let Soupy play with the baby while you're making 3,000 props?
Yes.
Very interesting. Very interesting. Next, he is very, very vital to what we're doing and our growth in front of the camera, but also behind. Mikey P, good morning.
Good morning, Coach. Good morning, guys. Yeah, I don't have any work to do because the Bears couldn't make it past the divisional round. So load me up with some work, Coach. I'm ready to go.
Wait a second. You just said I don't have any work to do, so load me up with some work?
Yeah, because I don't have to do any writing. Yeah, that part.
I always forget that. All right, he is the youngest member of our team, but maybe the most charismatic. Say good morning to young Peyton. Hello, King Lettuce.
Morning, guys. What a game last night. That was awesome. It's pretty cool to see 20-0 on a screen while you're watching a game. So congrats to Arizona for pulling off 21-0. I do totally think they should be 20-1 if Coach would have just drew up a play for AJ Debance at the end of the game. But no, let's get 5'9" Rob Wright to go in the paint and get absolutely smacked. So, probably not the play to run towards the end of the game.
By the way, I had somebody tweet me, and they said I was watching is it the TCU women's game the other night? And they said, I hear a familiar voice. Were you doing that game?
Yeah, that was on 88.7 The Choice, KTCU, Dallas-Fort Worth. But, I mean, yeah.
Who's counting?
Who's counting, really?
I mean, everybody's got their own radio show these days. You know what I mean? Yeah. All right. I listened to KTCU. It sounds like something on Saved by the Bell from 30 years ago, Raphael. KTCU. All right, gentlemen, we had a great day yesterday. 7-3, I'll take it all day long. I will take it all day long. 8-2, well, that would have brought out the coach and roulette wheel this morning. But I am a man of my word. If we do the same thing today, 8-2, I'll give away a piece of merch tomorrow. So I have one very simple question for Soupy on top of his game. Or we shall see. Best bets. Start us off. Go.
I'm going with 2 overs in the NHL tonight. Let's start with Sabres, Maple Leafs. The Sabres have actually been playing really well as of late. They have scored 12 goals in their last 3 games. The Maple Leafs, they struggle with defense. They are a great offensive team too. That's why I think they can also carry this over. But with that defense, I think they're going to give up a lot of goals. And now I'm going to go with Golden Knights, Canadiens. 2 teams that can score, but 2 teams that are also inconsistent with their goalies. Canadians, they've been rotating goalies all season, but when you have Nick Suzuki and Cole Caulfield on your front lines, you're going to score a lot of points. Same thing with the Golden Knights. Mark Stone just had his 14-game point streak snapped, which was a franchise record. I think he gets back on track, and it's another over for the Golden Knights and Canadians.
How would you rate that take there, Soupy?
8.5. Confidence.
Wow. Somebody's confident. All right. Tuesdays is the busiest day of the week in the NHL. 10 big games today. Soupy all over 2 of them. All right, let's come right next door. Peyton, you are up, sir.
Shout out to Kimberly. She says she's enjoyed Peyton's place thus far. Episode 3 coming up on Thursday. Let's go. We're taking the Nichols Colonels at -3.5 over New Orleans. The books can't keep up with all these college basketball games, and they definitely can't keep up with the Southland Conference because this one is wrong. Nichols just beat New Orleans in New Orleans by 13, and tonight the Nichols Colonels are at home, and they're only favored by 3.5. Let's go Colonels, baby. And I know a 10.5 spread is crazy to take for a best bet in college hoops, but how about that lucky buzzer beater win for Missouri against Oklahoma on Saturday? That was ridiculous. Now they got to go play the Crimson Tide in Tuscaloosa. Aiden Holiday is good to go in this one for Alabama. So now with a healthy Crimson Tide team coming off a loss, I think they stomp all over Missouri in this game and blow them out by more than 10. Give me Bama to cover.
Yeah, Bama, one of the most entertaining teams in all of the country to watch play basketball. I absolutely love them. I love when they get to the big dance because you get to watch them like 6 times. I think they're a Final Four team this year. I really, really do once they get to the dance. Peyton, well done. All right, let's come downstairs. Raphael, you found 1 out of the 10 games that you liked on the ice. Talk to me.
Yeah, I only have 1 play unless you guys want a Bad Bunny halftime free play for you because that's what I'm working on right now. But we're going to the NHL. We're going to Minnesota Wild -1.5 plus 105. I just don't trust the Blackhawks offense. They've been awful on the road. The Wild has won 4 straight meetings, 9 out of 10. Now those 9 wins that they beat the Blackhawks, 5 of them have been by the puck line. I'm just taking the Wild at home as Chicago will struggle to score. They've only scored 2 goals in 2 games. They'll struggle tonight. And that Nickel State that who just said Peyton announced, keep an eye for that one. Nickel State had the sniffles. That's why the number is 3.5. Some guys might be out. Wait till that number to come out in the afternoon. The flu bugs flying around.
Wait a second. The sniffles? The sniffles? Causing the number to come down?
Flu bug. I said sniffles.
Oh, I kid you not. I used to have a dog named Sniffles. I did, because he used to go just like that. All right.
I just don't want to follow it.
All right, so we have 2, 4, 6, 7. So I'll go 5 and 2. We'll give out a piece of merch because Mikey P, I think you're going to be the deciding factor with your 2 big plays today. Because I know of all of the people on the crew, you are the most excited for college basketball to take center stage now that football only has 1 game left. Tell me why. Give me your plays.
Yeah, there's a lot of high-ranked matchups in college basketball coming up throughout the week, but 11 of the top 25 teams will be in action tonight, including Nebraska versus Michigan, number 3 versus number 5. But we're going to go to Arkansas tonight, -2.5, taking on Oklahoma. Arkansas has won 14 straight night games against non-ranked opponents, and I love Coach Cal, Darius Acuff. I think they'll breeze by the Sooners in this one. And then Creighton, also -2.5 versus Marquette. The last time these two met was just a month ago in December, and Creighton beat them by 21.
Creighton is in what city, Mikey? Oh, come on. Come on. Seriously? I can't even flow with that. I had to flow with that.
Was it Creighton?
Oh my God. Can somebody help Mikey P out, please?
It's in Nebraska.
He said city.
Does nobody know what city Creighton
is in?
City.
Oh, you said city. I apologize for that. I don't know the city.
Are you guys serious right now?
Let's go with Omaha. I mean,
thank you, Peyton. Thank you. Oh my God, completely ruined my flow. I had a whole thing I was gonna. Why do I try? 5 and 2. No, now I'm pissed. 6 and 1 gets a free piece of merch to bring out the Coach and Brolette wheel. All right, gentlemen, adequate at best today. At best. All right. Got a lot of topics to get into today. It's a little time for some front page news. And we are frozen. So we will continue on. I love it. The only positive is we're not on Stadium, so Mikey P wouldn't embarrass himself in front of the entire nation. Although YouTube is technically 2 + 2. Yeah, it's the same thing. All right, gentlemen. Oh, we got the poo-poo face. Did you guys notice?
No. I was just going to say I've embarrassed myself twice already so far today.
This is the poo-poo.
No,
and you just did that.
Coach, I'm in a lot of pain, and you missed it, and I'm thankful that you missed it, but I've been sitting here injured for the last 5 minutes.
Injured?
Yeah. I tried to beat Soupy on the hand raising. I smacked my hand on my desk, and it really hurt.
You can't make this up. You simply cannot make this up. It is like the Bad News Bears and the Little Rascals all wrapped into one on a Tuesday. Don't do the EO Sky head shake ever again. All right, gentlemen. I guess we're playing one-handed today as well. Here we go. This first topic, you can't make it up. Just like a couple of years ago when the NFL decided that the Pro Bowl would go from Hawaii back to the States. Then they took it a step further. It would go from the States to flag. And now this. Young Peyton, Drake May, Pro Bowl quarterback, probably should be the MVP. That makes sense, right? He obviously can't play in the Pro Bowl this week because he's playing in another game called the Super Bowl. So who is his replacement? Well, I would give you 20 guesses, and you guys would never get it. Shadir Sanders. Come on down. He goes from 5th-round pick to a Pro Bowler. Peyton, make this make sense to me.
I can't. The Pro Bowl is a complete joke now. It's ridiculous. It's intramural flag football with fancy sunglasses. And you're telling me that when I turn on a Browns game next year, they're going to animate a graphic on the air that says Shadir Sanders 2025 Pro Bowler? Really? I mean, we can't be serious with that. I mean, the guys that actually make it to the Pro Bowl and deserve it probably don't even feel like it's a big deal anymore. This is ruining not only the Pro Bowl itself, but the players who deserve it actually and earn their spots.
This is the same thing that this is the same Pro Bowl that had Tyler Huntley in it. So what do you think the credibility is for the Pro Bowl? I will just say, though, I am happy for Shedeur Sanders. He went through a lot in that offseason. He was projected as a first-round pick. He moved all the way down to the fifth. It was every round. Will he get picked in this round? Will he get picked in this round? So I will say I'm happy for him that he did get picked. Now he's just got to next year show that he deserved it.
Yeah, with 7 touchdowns and 11 interceptions, I don't know how you earn it. I just think back to the famous Tom Brady Super Bowl clip where they asked him who his biggest hero was, and he said, "My dad." So 10 years from now, when they say, "Shedeur, what was it like to be named as a Pro Bowler in your rookie season? Who do you have to thank for this?" He's just going to go, "My dad." I mean, at this point, that's all Shadeur's got.
By the way, speaking of his dad, who has a morning show. Did you guys all know he has a morning show? Apparently, he doesn't have enough on his plate to get Colorado back to a winning program. He does a morning show that I saw a couple clips of the other day. Gentlemen, why would you feel sorry for Shedeur Sanders? Because he's driving his $300,000 vehicle to and from the practice facility, because he goes like this every chance he gets to have his $200,000 watch, which is $400,000 less than what Tom Brady was wearing on Sunday. Is that why? I'm a little fired up about this morning. Shedeur Sanders, a Pro Bowler. Stop it. But we know that right now he doesn't have a head coach, and he may not have a head coach next year because the Cleveland Browns are being the Cleveland Browns. Topic number 2, young Peyton. Apparently the Browns are all in, and I mean all in, on data analytics, and they want a head coach that is also all in. So they had about 12 candidates a week ago. They now have one. This is one of 32 jobs in the world. It's north of $5 million a year. Peyton, what does it say to you that people, men, talent, are pulling their names out of a job that is this lucrative?
Well, data, analytics, all this stuff. How about winning for the Cleveland Browns? I think a lot of coaches just don't want to coach the Browns because they don't win. And an NFL coaching job is huge for anyone. You said it, $5 million. That's life-changing for a lot of guys, especially for coaches who are trying to work their way up to that level. But this is a hired to get fired job for the Cleveland Browns. There's a lot of pressure on this job, and I just don't think a lot of people want to coach the Cleveland Browns right now.
When I initially saw that this, who was fired and who was let go, I never had any confidence in Kevin Stefanski. As I look more into what the Browns are as a dumpster fire organization, I believe more in Kevin Stefanski in a second chance to be a head coach, and I'm glad he's gotten that. It's also, too, that Jimmy Haslam has said that the defensive coordinator has to be hired within the organization. So you're already taking something away from your new head coach. Why, as a head coach, why would you want to lose your ability to bring your own staff in? That's why they're losing all these people, and that's why the Browns are going to continue to be a dumpster fire organization.
Let me just look at the data here and look at the Cleveland Browns as a whole. The data says Shedeur Sanders is a Pro Bowler, but he's not a franchise guy. The data says the Browns haven't won in 20 plus years. If you're a data-driven franchise, maybe start using data to help yourself become a turnaround franchise and start winning games and putting something together that people actually want to be a part of. If Jim Schwartz is your leading candidate, data also says he's not a good coach. So take that for data and get it right if you're the Cleveland Browns, because everything they're doing is wrong.
All of these shows that we produce out of BTT Studios, and there's so many times that I look at certain things that I go, they can't be this dumb. And how do really smart people get into really dumb situations? How do the Cleveland Browns have ownership that is so bad that they give Deshaun Watson over $200 million guaranteed? That they openly say, no, we didn't want Shedeur Sanders. That was his call. And now this, it's embarrassing. Capital E. Yeah, E. All right, topic number 3. Cooper Flagg, number 1 pick in the draft. Been adequate. for the Dallas Mavericks. And they have this thing called the Rising Stars game. And every so often, young Peyton, you will have a player that gets to play in both. So they've announced that Cooper Flagg will be a part of the Rising Stars game at All-Star Weekend. Should he be a part of both games?
Without question, I think he deserves it. Not only is he athletically and physically gifted, he also has the best footwork I've ever seen from an 18 at the time to now 19-year-old. He's so smooth, and he's in his rookie season. I mean, Cooper Flagg has a really special future ahead of him, and you just got to hope that Dallas brings in some guys to actually help him win. Some guys that actually want to play and want to win. Or who knows, maybe they trade him for a guy who plays 20 games a year. Who knows? But the future is really bright for Cooper Flagg.
100% he should be in both games. This is how you're going to market the All-Star game. An 18-year-old number 1 overall pick who has been playing well as of recent, scoring 20 points since December 1st, averaged only 15 in his first 19 games of the season. This is a guy you now need to market as the season progresses. A lot of these older stars, they're past their prime, so you have to continue for the NBA to market these young guys. Cooper Flagg is that new guy, and I think that he should be in both games.
Given the fact that every single superstar appears to be hurt in the NBA or load management purposes, they aren't playing, you do have to start bringing in a new wave of talent here, the next generation. However, those guys, yeah, they're also missing the point. Look at John Morant. Look at Zion Williamson. I don't want them as the faces of the league if I'm the NBA. Cooper Flagg, never mind my love for him. He should be in everything around All-Star Weekend. The Mavericks, the Rockets, the Spurs, they all mean something as Texas franchises to the NBA, and the Mavs need to be represented. Cooper Flagg could do it all.
And I think the Rising Stars game has become better than the actual All-Star game. The All-Star game has become flag football on hardwood. It's embarrassing, beyond embarrassing, what the NBA and their stars are doing. So give me the Rising Stars all day. Give me Cooper Flagg. Give me all the young cats because they actually want to be out there. They want to play. So, yes, he should be on both. Now, this next one is in honor of Carl in the chat. Our man who delivers tennis picks every single day. And as you guys know, I myself am a next level tennis handicapper. I just don't like to show it very often. And I love me some Coco Gauff. And Coco had a couple of years where she didn't play so well. And then she had a nice comeback last year in New York City at the U.S. Open. A lot of people thought the Australian Open would be her shot to get off to a really good start here in 2026. Well, yesterday or overnight, I guess, that didn't happen. And I want to show you guys a video and then get your reaction to it because she lost 6-2, 6-1 in the quarterfinals. And then she went to what she thought was a private area underneath the grandstands. Here's that video right now. Producer man.
Coco Gauff, who is usually so even-keeled. I feel like she's trying to walk away from the camera there.
If we're counting, that was 7 times that she hit the ground with her racket. Peyton, is it off limits to show video underneath the stadium when players think they're away from the cameras?
No, because I think as a pro athlete, you just got to know that the only time you're going to get privacy now is in your hotel room or bedroom whenever you get home. There's just too many cameras everywhere. And Coco Gauff, clearly someone who was not aware of her surroundings right there.
That's the unfortunate thing about sports today is no matter where you are within the confines of the stadium or field where you're playing, you're going to be on camera. Even if you're just a spectator, you have to watch out. There's a chance you could be on camera. Coco Gauff, we get frustrated. We've seen players do that on the court. So I think showing her getting frustrated like that, I get that it was off the court, thought it was a private area, but we see it all the time. I don't think anything of a big deal.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for Coco. Good on her for expressing her frustrations. But I'll look at the NFL. When the Bills were eliminated, reporters had their cameras going down the tunnel, and Joey Bosa took his helmet off and slammed it against the wall. Like, I can't imagine being a Buffalo Bills player and you just have camera after camera leading you back to the tunnel. It's one of the things I hate the most about the NFL. It's like, let's just broadcast these guys in the worst moment of their season.
I don't like the NFL stuff when they do that. But this one right here, I actually appreciate the fact that she shows me that she cares. So many times these athletes, especially golfers and tennis players, they don't show me emotion. And I love the fact that it pissed her off. She's disappointed in herself. She's angry at her racket and the other three that she went through as well during that particular match. So I like it. It's not off limits. If you're going to do it right there, then you can show it. But I like it, Coco. You go, girl. You go, girl. Now, we are 12 days away. It seems like forever, but it'll be here before we know it. And next week, I'll be on the road outside the friendly confines doing the Waste Management Phoenix Open. So I'm going to be super busy. But every single day we are on the air, we're going to tackle some props that maybe you're not even thinking about. And thank God, we've got the number one guy that takes down all of these. Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time during the fortnight that is the Super Bowl, it's time. Let's kick it off. These might be random, and that's okay. More fun, the merrier. Raphael, I got to come over to you because this is year 3 that you and I have worked together on different projects. Kind of tell the audience what your life has been like the last, 48 hours.
props, and more props. And people always ask me, why do you do so many, I hate to say dumb Super Bowl prop bets, but you have to look at it yourself. Super Bowl is the most watched sporting event here in the States and maybe even the world. Not everyone enjoys football, so I try to tackle it. Okay, if my wife is watching, maybe she can bet or make fun of the commercials that come in order, or whose girlfriend's going to be and shown first, or the national anthem. She always judges it. It's 1.2 minute and 22 seconds for the national anthem, over and under. She enjoys that. She enjoys the coin toss. So I try to tackle everything a viewer is watching, even though they do not like football. That's why cross sport betting was probably introduced sometime next week. You can bet NBA versus Super Bowl, NHL versus the Super Bowl. I try to tackle all prop bets for everybody who is watching who just doesn't like football.
I love the cross sport props. I absolutely love those where it's like Cooper Flag scores 21 over 21, and then you've got or is it Drake May passing for 199, whatever it is. I love those. But Raphael, would you say that you can't come up with everything? You could use some help? Yes.
Yes, everyone in the chat or everyone that follows me on X, if you have a Super Bowl prop bet idea, please put it in the chat or please send it to me on X. I will use it. We used to do this all the time. As on my show that I used to do many years ago, Ask a Bookie, people will put it, hey, can you do this prop bet? I'll put it in and I'll throw it out on social media that this person gave me this prop bet idea. I'm going to do it this year. So if you have any Super Bowl prop bet ideas, please send them my way.
All right. Anybody and everybody except Big Cheesy, put your idea into the chat and we will listen to it and respect it. And Raphael will be going into the chat to interact. Any questions for him, he'll answer them for you in real time. So, gentlemen, every single day, we're going to do 5 different prop bets that have something to do with the Super Bowl. So, Peyton, I'm going to start with you. We're going to piggyback all the way down. The first one is this. We're going to have the national anthem always. But right before, you have America the Beautiful. So my question is this. Who's going to be the first player? Drake May at minus 145 or Sam Darnold at minus 110 to be shown as they go around the stadium, around the field during America the Beautiful?
I think I'm going to take sometimes the juice is worth the squeeze, Coach. It's got to be Drake May because of the story and the season he's had this year. I think they get right to him. I'm going to go with Drake May.
What is America? America's all about a comeback story. Sam Darnold has that comeback story. I'm taking Sam Darnold.
Yeah, America's full of patriots, and America's full of Tom Brady, and the guy who took over for Tom Brady and Drake May. And if we're talking beautiful between the two of them, it's Drake May all day.
Soupy, what is wrong with you? This is clearly Drake May. All day, every day. The entire narrative for the game is going to be, can Drake May be the next Tom Brady? Pathetic. Pathetic. Capital P. Now, question number 2. And and maybe I should not assume that all of you know this one because you didn't know where Creighton was. My God. Do you guys know what I mean when Mikey, why are we getting the Pierce slips down there, big boy? I think we are. Do we know when I say Bay Area landmark? Do we know what that means?
Yes.
Landmark in the Bay Area of California.
Where is the Bay Area, Soupy?
Oakland, San Francisco, that area.
Are you sure, or is that a question?
No, I'm sure that's where it is.
All right. So, which will be shown for? And this one's very top heavy. Very top heavy. You have the Golden Gate Bridge at minus 500, Peyton, or you have Alcatraz at plus 300. Where are you going?
Gotta go with Alcatraz. I'm kidding. You gotta take the Golden Gate Bridge. They go wide shot on that thing. We're going Golden Gate Bridge for sure.
It is. It's the landmark of the Bay Area. I don't know how you could kind of put in Alcatraz first. Like, does the Super Bowl feel like a prison? No, it's the Golden Gate Bridge.
It is definitely the Golden Gate Bridge. I think that'll be the first shot we get from the overhead to introduce the Super Bowl. What I want to hear is Chris Collinsworth break down the Golden Gate Bridge. Here's a bridge that we all love. We've all seen it. I'm in for the Golden Gate Bridge.
0 for 3. What is wrong with you guys? This game's in Santa Clara. It's not anywhere near San Francisco. So what are they going to do? They're going to show the mountains. They're going to show all that. And then they're going to say, tonight, the New England Patriots defense hopes to put the Seattle offense behind bars. And they cut, boom, right to Alcatraz as part of their opening storylines. You guys don't see it? You can't feel it? Am I the only one on the show today that understands what we're doing? Topic number 3. This one's a little strange to me. Maybe I need to ask Raphael where he got this one, because if the game was in the Meadowlands, okay. But which song will be sung first by the entire crowd? Will it be, both at minus 120, Sweet Caroline, Sweet Caroline, dun, 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 or Country Road, more of a country anthem? Peyton, where are you going?
Well, at halftime of the Rams-Seahawks game, we had a halftime performance from Tucker Whitmore, who's a country guy, one of my favorites. So I'm going to go with the Country Road here to keep the same narrative in San Francisco of the country music.
I think maybe it has to do with, too, that the Red Sox play Sweet Caroline, so it's a Boston thing. And I hate the Boston Red Sox, so I'm going with Country Road.
Well, the New England Patriots represent Boston, so it will be Sweet Caroline. Country Road is advertised on NFL commercials for international games. Let's leave that over there, and let's make it feel like home for the Patriots. Sweet Caroline.
Clearly, Soupy, it is Sweet Caroline. What are we doing? This one's so obvious. So far, Soupy, you're 0 for 3. You're 0 for 3, Soupy, so far.
In my mind, I'm perfect.
Oh, we know that. Oh, we know that. All right. By the way, how good's producer, man? Look at those graphics. My God. Did you just do the EO Sky head bob?
No,
Did you just
crick in my neck? If I had a stiff neck all week, I don't know.
Okay. Topic number 4. There's all kinds of TV ads, and I never know if it's during the pregame, if this counts. Like, we got to ask Raphael, or if it's after the kickoff, if these pay off. But for the here and the now, what will be the first TV ad shown between both at minus 120, Peyton, Pringles or Ritz? Where are you going?
Pringles or Ritz? I'm going to go Ritz. I just think Ritz had a big year this year. Big year for Ritz. I think they're up there for sure right now in the food industry. I think Ritz is definitely before Pringles.
Come on, Peyton. Once you pop, the fun don't stop, and the Super Bowl is all about fun. Give me the Pringles.
Yeah, there's so much variety of flavors with Pringles. I'm going with variety. Give me Pringles.
Yeah, Ritz, although I'm a big Ritz guy, and they've actually spread out. You can get like garlic Ritz. You can get the wheat Ritz. And I know Pringles has about, 6 or 7, Mikey, different colors of bottles.
Are we not doing that anymore?
We are. I was just kind of delaying it a little bit. So I'm going to go Ritz because it just sounds more Super Bowl-ish to me. So I don't really have a really hardcore handicapping philosophy on this one. This next one, however, I do. What will be the first TV ad between Uber Eats or Dove? Peyton?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot of good, expensive, way too overpriced shampoos out there nowadays. I think Dove's a little overrated. Just ask my girlfriend. She uses about 10 different shampoos. So I'm going to go with what was the other one?
Uber Eats.
Uber Eats. No, Uber Eats. Huge year this year for Uber Eats. Got to be Uber Eats.
I feel like Uber Eats is going to probably have a fun commercials, one of those commercials that we talk about the next day. So I think they're going to go first in this one.
Listen, football is not a ploy to sell food. They've already got Bradley Cooper and Matthew McConaughey doing commercials for Uber Eats before the Super Bowl. Can you imagine what we're getting? I see it right now. It's going to be the first ad right after kickoff.
This is clearly Uber Eats. Of course it's Uber Eats. By the way, do you ever feel stupid that you didn't think about Uber? Because they're clearly making so much money with the amount that they are advertising on football these days. Let's get regular people to drive their own car, put their own gas in it, and deliver food, and then pay us a percentage. Yeah, that's pretty much the business model. And that's what we're doing. And now we're going to pick up food in the process. I mean, what are we doing? What are we doing? So apparently, Raphael says TV ad bets after kickoff. After kickoff. Does that affect any of your answers? Yeah, I didn't think so. All right, those are the first 5. Producer man, great job on the graphics. Tomorrow we will tackle 5. Hell, we got 3,000 to choose from. 3,000 to choose from. So I think we're going to be good. And then next week we'll get all the cross sport. We'll get into more props. It's going to be a ton of fun. And by the way, as Raphael said, you have any suggestions, put them into the chat. Raphael will take them into account. Gentlemen, again, adequate job so far. Let's see if we can bring it home in a really positive way. It's time for a little NBA showcase. All right, because the games are just so crappy tonight, I said, you know what? Let's throw them out the window. We're not talking about any of them. We're going to talk about a couple of players. And when you talk about Ja Morant, who's been sidelined with a calf injury, then you got Giannis, who's also injured, and then you got the trade deadline, gentlemen, that's coming up very, very soon. So, Peyton, I ask you this. If you were another team and you have these 2 injured superstars, would that keep you away from trading for them to try to make your team better?
First off, I'm confused why we're talking about this and not Blazers Wizards. But anyway, there's still plenty of value in these 2 guys. They win you both games in the clutch. And it would be nice to see both of these guys on winning teams and getting buckets in the postseason. So looking from a different team standpoint, looking on one of these 2 players, I think these are 2 guys, when healthy, which I think they will be if they got traded. They could really win you games under 5 minutes at the clutch time.
When I'm looking at it, I think Giannis is probably the better value if you can get him. Ja Morant, I feel like you have to put him in a certain situation just because he's shown in the past that character issues, leadership issues. I don't think he could go to – I think he needs to go to a team where he can be a star but have a good support system. I think Giannis, put him on a decent franchise, he could carry that team all the way to the NBA Finals. So I think Giannis would be the better value in this situation.
It's all circumstantial for me because you look at Giannis, any team that's going to give up what it's going to cost financially, draft pick wise to get Giannis, that's immediately a win now move. For Ja Morant, it's almost a reset, a new home, new scenery, change of scenery could lead to a better attitude, little gimmick infringement. He said, I got a tattoo of the Grizzlies on my back. I'm dedicated. I would say it's going to cost much more for Giannis and mean more for whoever gets him.
Wait a second. Did you just infer that an NBA superstar is following your lead?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you just said?
100%.
If you're going to say it, stand on it. 100%. 100%.
I can't win. I can't win today.
I'm not doing it. I'm not saying it. They're saying it. Even SI's saying it. Now, let me come back to you, Mikey, because there's another story out there that Rich Paul, who is the president, well, technically the vice president, because LeBron James is the president of Clutch Sports, that he's trying to get his hands on Giannis. What more can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so the first report of that story that came out yesterday was that Giannis wanted to fire his longtime agent because he hasn't been able to find a destination. And you know how the NBA works. Everything's petty machete. So Rich Paul is actually talking to Giannis's brother about how he can maybe convince him to come over to Clutch Sports. But at this point, just like for NBA teams trying to trade for Giannis, what is it going to take for Clutch Sports to get Giannis and then work together? It's a massive headache throughout the entire saga.
I'll tell you what it's going to take. You all watched The King of Collectibles. I gave you that homework, right? You all watched the last episode, and you saw all of the Antetokounmpo brothers that showed up because of the card that Giannis wanted. This is a brotherly love type of thing. And if you get all the brothers on board, then you get to Giannis. So, Peyton, let me come over to you. Do you think it would behoove Giannis to go into the spider web that is the Clutch Sports family?
He definitely could. It'd be kind of interesting to see Rich Paul tell Giannis what to do, because he doesn't tell LeBron what to do. It'd be pretty interesting to see if Giannis listens to him. But yeah, if the brothers are in on it, why not Giannis? They did the same thing with the Bucks. I mean, but the Bucks got Giannis and they brought in both of his brothers. So yeah, all the brothers are together on the same team.
That's a great point. If you're gonna be a team that gets trades for Giannis, you got to have like 2 other spots on your team available because you got to bring in 3 dudes. Soupy, I've never seen anything like this before, where a team was willing to pay somebody the league minimum. Pay me $600 just to sit over there and be a cheerleader, because that's all they are. But they're willing to do it for Giannis. What about this situation?
I think I need to go to Ancestry.com, see if I got anybody that's in the NBA right now. I think every team understands what the situation is when you're getting Giannis. Yeah, you have to bring their brothers in. And I think it's great that he has sort of like that family dynamic. And for Giannis, I think that if he does go to Clutch Sports, they'll get him the best situation, and they'll get him in the best situation with the most money. I think it would be a good move if he went to Clutch Sports.
Yes, Peyton.
Well, they brought in Thanasis like in the game a couple weeks ago, and it was just embarrassing. You mentioned paying him the league minimum. That's a good amount of money still, and he was terrible in the couple minutes he came in. Like literally point blank layup, blew it, put back layup, blew it, and the crowd's like, oh, when the manager comes in a high school game, like seriously, it was just like that. It's just embarrassing because he has the build and he has the body. But he looks like he belongs there, but he just doesn't. It's embarrassing.
It's so funny you bring that up. The other night I went to my son's JJ's high school, and to watch. They've got a really good team this year, so I wanted to go watch their team play. I think I've told you their head coach, his son plays at Mater Dei, the famous high school. And I know if JJ was really good at basketball, he would be playing for me. So the coach comes over to talk to me in the stands, dap him up, how the great ones do. And he goes, hey, I understand you're a KU Jayhawk fan. I go, yeah, it was my dream. There's not a lot of 6'3" forwards in the Big 12. His son just signed with Kansas. You're going to see him next year play. We're going to show a lot of his highlights right here on the show. And they had a kid on the JV team. And he was probably, that classic JV player who's, a little bit overweight, and you don't quite understand how can you be overweight on a basketball team, gets in, they're up 35, and hits 2 threes in the last minute to do exactly what you're talking about, Peyton. But not only did he do that, he walked into the locker room, and he came out. You could smell his cologne from the door. He was so fresh and so clean. It was hilarious. But I didn't want to ruin his flow, so I just let him do what he do. But it was pretty funny. A 6-point night and a 42-point win. And he was, so let's go. Let's go. Mikey, were you like that in high school or no?
Yeah, when I actually got in. when I got in the game. I didn't even get in when it was 40. If we had a 40-point lead or we were losing by 40, nope. I'd wait for 50.
So what you're saying, there's a little PTSD from what Peyton was just talking about?
1,000%. As soon as he said high school manager, I was going to say I could be a good NBA player because I can miss layups like nobody's business. But, Coach, I've told you this story, how I went 1 of 8 from the free throw line in a game in high school. And when I got fouled the 3rd time, one of the cheerleaders said, "Please just make a free throw." Damn. I was like, all right, there's 5 people in the crowd. Thanks. The entire gym just heard you.
My question: you shot 8 free throws in one game one time, or was that what your whole career was?
No. It was listen, it was before COVID, but a lot of guys were sick and they just needed somebody on the court. So I had to.
So you were the Shaq of your high school team that they just fouled when they got into the penalty, so that you would shoot.
Shaq had talent. I'd say more like Ben Wallace or Eddie Curry.
Oh. Right now, the entire chat's going, who the hell are they talking about? Yeah, those were guys like 25 years ago. Look them up. YouTube. All right, gentlemen, well done. Well done. Even you, Soupy. All right, we're coming off a 7-3 day. I'm feeling good. So good today. I backed off. I said I got 4 of my very best to give us their best bets. We got 7 plays. We need to go 6-1 to get a free piece of merch to bring out the Coach and Roulette wheel. So it's time. Let's lock it in. Sorry, I was reading Raphael in the chat. All right, 10 seconds or less, just 1 or 2 nuggets. It's all that I need. Young Peyton, kick us off.
My question is, how does Raph know that the Nichols Colonels have the sniffles? I mean, how in the world does he know that? God knows everything. It doesn't bother me, though. We're taking them 3.5 over New Orleans at home. And I think Bama blows out Missouri tonight. Give me Bama to cover.
Soupy, let's go.
I'm going with 2 overs in the NHL. Sabres, Maple Leafs. Maple Leafs have allowed 18 goals in their last 4 games. Sabres have been scoring well. I'm taking that over. Golden Knights, Canadians. Yeah, the Canadians, they've been rotating goalies all season. I think the Golden Knights are going to be able to get to them, but I think the Canadians, too, will score some goals.
Very good. Raphael?
We're going Minnesota Wild -1.5 plus 105. Why do you ask? They are playing the Chicago Blackhawks. The Wild have won 9 out of their last 10 meetings, and 5 of those 9 wins covered the puck line.
We'll get back to you in a second. Mikey, bring us home.
Let's talk some college hoops. And Coach Cal, my favorite coach in all of college sports, we're taking the Razorbacks -2.5 versus the Oklahoma Sooners. Arkansas, one of the very best teams in the SEC. Oklahoma is not. Creighton -2.5 at Marquette. Marquette's only wins have come at home. It won't matter. The last time these 2 teams played, Creighton beat them by 21.
Oh, that's quite the blowout. By the way, JC1 premium member in the chat says Red Wings on the money line tonight. Raphael, do you have something for me? Make me smarter.
Yes, we do. We are going with that game right there because the Detroit Red Wings have won each of their last 8 home games against Pacific Division opponents.
So the Red Wings have won each of their last 8 home games against Pacific Division. That's very specific, I should say. And tonight, they are playing LA.
The Kings. Yep.
LA, the Kings. All right. So JC1, you're all over it. And the inside info helps you with that play. So everybody. Guys, I got to tell you, I'm more than a little disappointed in all of you. The fact that you did not know where Creighton University is so beyond embarrassing that I hope the next time that we ask where a city is, we're all aware. Can we make that promise?
I'll try.
Yes.
I know their mascot.
What's their mascot, Raphael?
Blue Jays.
Okay. You're correct. Raphael, I need a little tease for tomorrow's show. I need a prop that I can have the chat to start thinking about because I saw Big Cheesy. Apparently, there's a new Budweiser ad. Has anybody heard about this one? We heard about this one. Why is it so much anticipation for this ad?
It's already online.
Yeah.
Oh, it's already online.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anybody special in it, or is it just is it horses?
It's one of those like special Clydesdale commercials.
Oh my God. Creativity. Sorry, that was a chat queen, Kimberly, that was asking about that. So it's the Clydesdales?
Yeah.
All right. Soupy, anything special you guys are doing over Prize Picks? Because I know on Off the Ropes on my show on SiriusXM that if people use the code FIGHT, they can get $50 with their first $5 bet, win or lose. Anything else going on with you?
Use that because we are going to be doing every single prominent player in that game, props all over the place. Passing yards, receiving yards in the first quarter, receiving yards in their first 3 catches. We have dozens of props for each player in that game.
I like it. And Mikey, I need you to control your Raphael. What's going on?
He said dozens of props.
For each player.
That's cute.
Player.
12.
All right, I'll see if we can do 3,000 props for Drake May. I will get on that meeting right now. 3,000.
Whoa. I was in the middle of my flow. Are you done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Give him an inch. They'll take 2. Mikey.
Yes, sir.
How would you evaluate today?
Off the walls, and for myself, very subpar. I mean, below average, kind of like my free throw percentage.
No, you didn't even have a free throw percentage. 1 for 8 doesn't even register. But I wouldn't say that you were subpar. I mean, did you hear Soupy's picks at the top of the show?
I'm the only person who could physically injure himself on a remote show and have to sit here.
I've never seen anything like it. I mean, can you imagine, Raphael, that he can't come to work because he hit his hand on the table as he's trying to raise it to beat Soupy to go first on the show? That's dedication.
Probably going to Walgreens to get some wrapping and stuff to wrap his arm today after the show.
Raphael, CVS is one of our sponsors. Come on, Walgreens. What are we talking about? Yeah, of course it's CVS. Peyton, would you like to add anything to this debacle before I say goodbye?
Not really. I'm surprised Soupy's still working for Prize Picks after the prize fights we used to do, though. I will say, you go on Prize Picks now, though, and you can look on. I'm on it right now. You can look at this thing called Culture. There's like a drop-down menu that says Culture, and you can go to Climate, and you can actually bet on the highest temperature in Philadelphia today. I mean, it's like
seriously.
Yeah, on Prize Picks, it's actually incredible. I will say it has been really cold in Fort Worth. If a sleeper pick could be the under or the less than the temperature in Fort Worth. Just gonna put that out there.
Golly,
I might be all over that later. Who knows?
We're actually thinking about moving there in the summertime. In all seriousness, and if I do that, me and you are going to have a show together on KTCU. I mean, I love it. 88.7, baby. Let's go. Let's
go.
Gentlemen, well done today. A lot of fun. Producer man, give me that one shot. All right, it's time for all of you to go out into the world, for you to pay it forward. Be kind to one another and understand it doesn't matter the day. You can always have a good time. It's awesome that we got to wake up this morning, isn't it? We get to laugh and learn, educate, entertain. And now there's only one thing left to do. And I believe you all know what that is. You've got your marching orders. Let's take all of these tickets straight. Got to go 6-1 to the pay window. My entire team, love them all. Young Peyton, Soupy, Raphael, my numbers guy, and Mikey P. And never forget about producer man, always making the show look like $1 million. We grind for you so we can win with you. It's what we're all about every single day. This is Coach and Company. Have a great day and good luck. Take care.